Okay, howdy everybody. And goodbye, Cataclysm. Love it when my camera does that to me. There we go. Alright, we're back. Welcome back to the channel. I am Vormithrax. This is Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. We are continuing our Pyromaniac Kelvinist challenge. This is a more in-depth look at the Magiclysm Mod. I tried to do it last challenge, but things got kind of out of hand with the broken mechanics and timing functions and the infection start and the greater genetic downward spiral, and it just got kind of messy. I didn't get to do nearly as much. So this one's more focused specifically on the Magiclysm stuff, as much as I can anyway, beyond the bare survival that we have to do. So you can see up here, Pyromaniac Kelvinist, that's what we started with right there, Kelvinist. We've also found two other Magic User books, one a Biomancer book and one a Magus book. And so we've got three different spellcasting classes available to us. We can pick up one more. There's 8 classes total, 4 that have diametrically opposed 4. So there are 2 classes left to choose from. Whichever book I happen to find first, we'll go ahead and just use. And we'll see what we can do. So we've made some progress. We started with Spellcraft 5, and that hasn't budged because none of the books I've found have high enough level spells with a great enough difficulty to allow me to raise that. That's actually starting to be a problem because I need to raise these other skills, but I am a Savant, meaning I only get normal skill progression on my highest level one. So yeah, it's costing us twice as much effort to raise all of these other ones, and it's kind of stopgapping me. So we'll see what we can do, but I really desperately need to get at least more books of my same classes I've already got. Something with a higher level that's going to let me study the spell to raise my spellcraft level. So we're on a bit of a desperate book hunt, basically, is what I'm saying. I can't get as much done with the other stuff as I want to, because I need to make sure I maintain spellcraft as a Savant ahead of these other ones. So we'll see. We'll probably have to mix it up as usual. Otherwise, stat-wise, we really focused on intelligence this run, of course, and yeah, there's not much else going on. Addictive personality, poor healer, pyromaniac, and savant is the big one for this particular run. I took all the really big magic bonus traits, so greater mana efficiency, that gives us a bigger mana pool, lesser mana regen, that helps us regen our mana a little faster, and then also lesser mana sensitivity, which also raised our pool. So we've got 3875 as our max mana pool amount, currently 3875. We just woke up from our adventures previously on Monday. Had a bit of an issue on Monday. Some fun times occurred, so we survived them, and that's all in the good, of course. Here's our map. So we are hanging out down here on the road, right in the middle of this little forest area, just kind of hiding and resting. We used that apartment tower to get a good view of the whole local area. We went up to the roof with our binoculars, and it unveiled a huge section of the map for us. And this street here is where we got into our bit of adventure and trouble. Good times, and we're going to be going back there in a not too distant future. A few things I want to finish up that way, and we've got some bookstores right there that I need to get to. Yeah, that's about it for this particular location, unless I get froggy and want to visit a few others. I've been told that gun stores have a chance to have magic wands. Haven't seen any yet, but there's a chance, so we'll see. But yeah, there's not too much else in regards to special locations. Another bookstore over there, and a recycling center. So we've got a couple of locations on this side of this town, and these up here, and maybe a few other locations. We'll see. We're going to be here for a little bit, though, and then we've got a lab here, but I don't have an ID card for it, and no way to get through the wall that I would trust yet. This lab is an ice lab. That's why I've got the little blinking hate indicator right here that says ice lab. So that's kind of the situation for the map. We moved from there, or to there, from over this direction. Chickapee's where we started the game. So we haven't gone too many different places, but we've gotten a bit accomplished. So, hey there, Dragon Man. Welcome back. Let's see here. Howdy, Mikhail, as well. What else was I going to show? Oh, yeah, characters. Inventory. So there's our inventory that we're currently carrying. Not much in the way here that's too interesting. I mean, basic leather clothes and found items. We haven't tried crafting much in any way yet. We do have light amp goggles that maybe they're fixed now. I did want to mention, that is right, I have updated to the most recent experimental again. We're doing that a lot lately. My normal process is to only update between runs, but with all the issues with the timing functions and everything else and Magiclysm being changed constantly, I'm pretty much in the set mode of just updating right before every show. So if we crash due to some issue, I do have a backup for the exact version we were running previously. So we'll back up to that if we have to, but we'll do everything we can to avoid it. But we are now on 9185, so this is still building. I couldn't get to that one at the time, so build in progress for some platforms. So if there was something in there that was a particular fix or cool, oh well, I didn't get to it. But there were some other updates, including some Magiclysm stuff. So we'll show that here in a second. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Okie dokie. Who else wandered in? Solar wandered in. Alderain, howdy howdy. What do Biomancer and Magus do? They're just the tags you get as a trait when you become or read a book of that category. Yeah, he's overweight. He's fine. Yeah, apparently wands are in. Korg told me wands are in, and they have a chance of appearing at gun stores. So we'll see. Crash on advanced inventory. Well, let's find out. No, I'm getting no crash on advanced inventory currently. Probably, I don't know, might be due to a particular item in your inventory. Proxylol falls asleep and gets a gift sub. Yeah, there were quite a few gift subs Monday, so if you showed up on Monday towards the later evening, you probably got a gift sub. Crash on the bathtub. Yeah, I haven't had it crash. I've had the items disappear, which is kind of weird. If you hit G or use advanced inventory, I think you'll be able to get the items out before they go away or it crashes. But if you examine the bathtub with an item in it, then bad things happen. So, I don't know. What do you mean by new vehicle? Same vehicle we had on Monday. It's a fire truck. So it's not a vehicle I usually travel around in most of my adventures, but it was available and it ran, so we took advantage of it. Okay, so we just got back from a trip and we woke up. So we came back, slept, woke up. That's where we're at. So I know my day-night cycle for once. For once, I almost never know what my day-night cycle is. So unfortunately, we managed to flip my day-night cycle again. So we woke up 6:30 a.m. with the sun up. We do have a few things in inventory I need to get rid of. So we came across a hand crank charger. I've heard it's terribly inefficient. Keep the rest of that. Keep those. Alright, everything else we're going to keep a hold of. So I think we're in my normal move around gear. I'm thinking we might just hold in place for a couple of days, or at least for a full day, all day today, meaning all the way into the nighttime, and then all the way to the morning of the next day. Because what I want to do is flip my day-night again. I'm not in a condition that I'll be able to run through the city comfortably in the daytime. I could probably do it, but it's more dangerous than just waiting for nighttime, and especially with our goggles and rollerblades. We got a lot of freedom of movement at night, so we need to flip our day-night again, and to do that, I basically need to spend a lot of time. I need to spend a lot of time. Hey there, Stiff! I assume that's how that's pronounced. Stiff! The extra I in there. 2 extra is. Converted? What does that mean? Subscribe to Tier 1. Converted from Twitch Prime sub to a Tier 1 sub. Alright. I don't see that message too often, but welcome, welcome. Oh, sure, it's Steve. Sure. You and your fancy Steve spelling. I'll try to remember it's Steve instead of Stiff. Okay, so I need to spend a whole bunch of time right here in the van, I think. And what allows me to do that is my over-reliance on fruit leathers and shelled nuts. You'll notice I almost never have problems with frozen crap. Well, why is that, Mr. Vorm? Well, that's because you can eat frozen chocolate bars, frozen fruit leathers, and frozen nuts. Yet another reason to go on the fruit leather nut diet. I've been living on the fruit leather nut diet for, what, 3 months now, at least? I haven't purposely gone after meat to eat, and I don't know how many challenges now. It's been a long time that I've been living on nuts, fruit leathers, chocolate bars, and that's about it. I mean, I'll eat a few other things when I have to, but the bulk of my diet has been these things. They're very easy to get when you know how to do it. They're portable, they're very small and easy to carry around. They've got good calorie values, good joy values. They last nearly forever. I don't know why everybody's not living off the stuff, but not everybody plays the same way I do. I do know why everybody's not. It's just too easy right now for survival on that. But typically what it trends to is I do these, then I go into a lab as soon as I have the ability to get into the armories, and then I live on MREs after that. So, there we go. Well, you can't do that, Solar. You say that, but it's not possible. They disabled the carrion spawns like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago? You haven't been able to do that in forever, so you must be running an older build if you're still harvesting carrion meat, because that hasn't been a thing since even before the shady zombies kind of disappeared. Yeah, you don't see any carrion running around in my games, and I've usually got a home base with about 16 quadzillion bodies all over the place. When's the last time you saw any carrion pop out? They're not totally gone. They're gone from the early game compared to what they used to be. They do show up occasionally, but they appear to be like an upgrade zombie version, so it takes a while for evolution to start kicking them out. But, yeah, that's another thing I don't understand why everybody's not doing. You guys all know I'm a big fan of night raiding. Night raiding is super easy now. There's no shady zombies anymore. Day 1, go night raiding. No shady zombies. I can't remember the last time I killed a shady zombie. I'm sure I have. I don't really notice those guys. But compared to how they used to be, you can walk right through the middle of the city streets. And one of my strategies previously was to never go back the direction I came because of the train of shady zombies that usually follow me night raiding. That's not a concern anymore. There's no shady zombies. So, yeah, there's none. Go out and look. Start up a new world and go check the crowds. Teleport around. There ain't no shady zombies, man. I'm telling you. Been that way for a while. Anyone know how to set up sideboard categories to be tightly close together like Vorm has? Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that. So if we go to the interface setup, I am using Classic first. It defaults to Compact. I don't know why. Why did you do that, Korg? Whatever, but I got it on Classic. I've turned off Armor and AI needs, and I moved mana up below Health. So that put the mana bar right here below the main health thing. And that's it. That's all I really did, really. Other than that, I mean, that's all I can change here. Other than that, it's down to my graphics settings, so my font size, and screen size, and all that kind of stuff. And if you want to know the font information, well, you just go exclamation font. And that tells you all about it. Is it... I also changed the height of my minimap so I could have more lines of text in here. I don't think that would have affected the spacing anywhere else, though. Spacing between location and weather is a lot bigger. Why would spacing between... This is all one block. I'm not sure why the spacing would be different there. I mean, oops. Location and weather. I don't know. I don't know why you're seeing a bigger gap between sections like that. I can't think of anything I've done on mine that would account for changes in that regard, unless our settings aren't quite the same. There's nothing in the sidebar settings that really you can change. I mean, you can move things up and down the list to arrange the where they're placed on this, but you can't change sizes or anything. So, like I said, classic, armor and AI needs off, and I moved mana to there. Otherwise, I didn't touch anything that I know of. Now, I did do, like I said, I changed under graphics, pixel minimap height right there. I set mine to 15. That changes this minimap slightly. Made a little bit less space for it, but it's still great, perfectly legible and useful for me, but it gives me a few more lines of log text here. I don't think I did anything else anywhere, though. It's all pretty standard beyond that I remember. Oh, that's right. There is that spacers thing. I forgot about that because I never used that. Let me show you. So, whoops. Graphics. Where is that? Interface. That's right. There is an option in here for these sidebar spacers. I think he is correct. Yeah, right there. Sidebar spacers. Turn that to false. I think the only other thing I do in this section, well, there's a few other things. I mean, I set my message flow to the top, so new messages are up here instead of down at the bottom of the log. My aim window style is numbers, but beyond that, I think that's the only thing. I thought false was the default, but I could be wrong. I carry my config over from session to session, so I haven't changed that setting in forever. Well, good. Glad we found it. Hopefully other people find that information helpful. What was I talking about before I got rudely interrupted as tech support? Gear's getting kind of messed up. I don't usually worry about that over much. Let's talk about the magic stuff. Alright, where's my books? I think they're up front. Let's go. Oops, I think they're right there. Alright, let's grab the books. So let's take a look at the books here. Activate. There we go. Alright, so this is new. So now when you highlight a spell from a book to study, you get this section over here, and it's showing you what it's going to change as you level it up. So in the case of Magic Missile, I'm going to see a per level change of the damage value and the range value. Nothing's going to change for cost or cast time. And then at max level, it's got 20 damage and 20 range. And Phase Door, it's going to change slowly the distance and the variance. And at max level, it's going to have a value of 4 and 4. So there's not going to be a whole bunch of changes with the Phase Door. It seems like once you... Why would you level that very far? I'm not sure that I can think of a good reason to level this beyond getting it to a number that you're okay with for the fail rate. Once you get the fail rate down, which I think I've already got it down to single digit, I'm not sure I really care if it's 3 or 4, honestly. I don't know that I would spend the time to level this to 10. I don't see much value for the amount of time it would take to get 5 more levels of Phase Door. Maybe I'm not understanding I'm not 100% sure what the variance is, what that means. Because you don't get to pick a location, so I don't know what this variance thing does. I'll have to... Somebody remind me if Korg pops in, that or Apternim might know. To ask what the hell this variance value is. Range I can understand, but I don't know what this variance does. But yeah, for 0.1 change, I just don't see the time investment being worth it on Phase Door. Let's do, so Cure Light Wounds. That one's pretty straightforward. So we can take it to level 10 max, so we got 5 levels to go there as well. And it starts at 5 points of healing. You're going to gain an extra point per level. And then maxes at 20 points of healing, which is pretty significant. Cost and time is not going to change. So, and it heals across the board. All the body sites heal for that amount. It's not just that applied to one, I don't believe. Pretty sure it's everything, because I remember healing all my locations previously. So, pretty useful. And then finally, Pyromancy. So this one can get pretty significant benefit. Goes up to 16 levels. I'm at level 5 currently. Starts at 16, maxes at 80. I would love to drop an 80 point failure or point flare on some zombies. And the range is going to increase as well. So we're gaining 4 points of damage per level and a 0.5 distance or range. So at max, when we hit level 16, we'll be doing 80 points of damage at 11 range. That will give me enough range that I won't have things in my face by the time it finishes casting, because it takes 3 rounds to cast. So currently I'm just out of range of them getting to me before the fireball or the point flare actually goes off. So that I can see definitely putting points into. Those are some benefits I can get behind. Alright, oops. What else? Fireball. I'm not having a lot of love for Fireball until I understand better the dispersal of damage. I still think it's not quite working right. I have 22 targets within the template. 3 of them take damage. Something's not quite right there. So the damage for the number of targets I'm hitting just seems pretty awful for this one. I'm much, much happier with direct single target damage so far than I am with the AoE stuff. I would take, I think, Burning Hands over Fireball. It seems to operate a little more consistently. So I'll be working on Burning Hands, because it's got a good amount of damage at a considerable range. AoE is actually going to increase, so yeah, I would focus on Burning Hands over Fireball. Less Fireball, somebody tells me Fireball's been fixed, and or explains to me the propagation of the damage, so that I can understand how to more appropriately use it. Do I know who made the mod? Yeah, it's Corgant. Corgant and Apternym. They'll pop in here eventually, I'm sure. Alright, but this interface is new. So I had asked about, I mentioned I could never tell what I was going to get from leveling up. And this is useful. This is good stuff and a good interface to display it. So I like that. No change here since last time. This is all the same setup. Alright, so I've got that. That's my gun and my bat. I don't need those. That's my blanket and pillow. We don't need those. Hop back into the back chair here, or the back. Yeah, there's Mikhail, I know there's some nonsense going on with a lot of the weapons, the guns in particular right now. So no. Yeah, Kelvinist is the fire user class. No ice for Kelvinist. There might be, actually. I don't want to say that for 100%. I've only found 3 spell books so far, and they're all low-level spell books. So we'll see. Hopefully we come across some more. That's the big focus of this run, is to do the magic stuff. So we're going to keep moving and searching, and build up our spell list. See how many different ways we can break the mod and find exploits and all that stuff. How do you cast spells? Well, first thing you do is you go to your key bindings and you actually create a key for it. Where are you at, key binding? I don't know why it says this. It's actually on my delete key. So my delete key apparently is unknown key 337. But you got to set a spell casting hotkey. So you activate the book. Oops. You activate the book, which lets you study the spells. That gets it into your spell list. And then you can press that hotkey and then you just pick whichever one you want to cast. That's how it works. Okay, so what are we going to do? Like I said, we're going to spend some time here. We're going to chew on some cashews and fruit leathers as needed. I am overweight, so I don't need to eat right now. I think I actually had a little bit for breakfast already, but yeah, we don't have any big need to eat, so we'll manage that. I think we're just going to sit here and still torn between leveling up some of these other skills. I got to be cautious how I do it. I don't want to accidentally overtake my spellcraft with my Savant trait. Getting back into CDDA mansion. Mansions are tougher than they used to be. They changed the zombie list that can be available in a mansion, so you do want to be a little cautious. It's more dangerous than it was previously. Still not extreme, but there's a fair number of zombies, and you can get some zombie variants early on that might be a little tough for a day one type of start. Just depends on how you go about it. My advice would be to immediately go to the second floor, just clear out a corner of the second floor, even if it costs you some hit points to do it. And keep clearing the top floor. That's basically the strategy rule currently in Cataclysm. Go up. Up is good, because the zombies tend to fall down. They jump off railings, they jump down anywhere there's open space. They tend to hear something below them, especially with Z levels on, and they'll go tossing themselves off the railings and such. So pretty quickly, the upper floors of a lot of the buildings get depopulated and make it free and easy to use. How did I get multiple magic classes? There's 8 classes, 4 and 4 basically. As soon as you take a class, it locks you out of another class. And another change that was made is that when you read a spell book, it now tells you specifically what class you're going to become and what class you're going to lock yourself out of. So it actually tells you specifically on that screen which ones you're going to do. So you can only be 4 max, because of the other 4 are going to be the diametrically opposed ones. No, yeah. Z-level zombies are broken currently. They won't follow you up and down stairs. But if you have Z-levels off, they will follow you up and down stairs. Meaning if they're within close range. They got to be within a couple of spaces to do it. But with Z-levels turned on, it's hilarious. They won't actually follow you up and down stairs, even if they're directly next to you. So, there's a few different rules for zombie behavior depending on what you're playing and how you're playing it and all that. Alright, so what are we going to work on? I think for the moment, I'm going to keep focusing on the magic. I'm not going to work too much, or focus too much on the other skills for now. We've got, like you can see, a pretty good supply, because we're hitting bookstores constantly. So we've got a pretty good supply of books to learn from, but I'm not feeling a particular need. I got food, we got an okay amount of clothing. It's going to become a bit of an issue. I probably should get to at least tailoring 3 or 4. Same with fab. I'm thinking I can get them to 4, and then the incidental stuff I make will level me up a bit, but that's what I'm worried about, because I can't budge. Can't budge my spellcrafting skill until we come across another book or 2. So let's focus on magic again. So let's do. I was going to do the Burning Hands. We're only at level 2. I found it fairly useful, so let's go ahead and read that. Unfortunately, like I said, none of these skills are high enough difficulty to actually level my spellcraft. So this is all just raising my efficiency at these particular spells for the moment. I'm not actually advancing my spellcraft. Let's just go until we gain a level, or until something steps into sight behind me. Well, okay then. Let's do it again. Now let's see how long it takes. 7:30 when we started this one. Oh, my Pyromania is starting to kick in. It wasn't too bad. 7:30 to 10:10, so 2.5 hours, a little bit over. So that puts us to 4. I gotta think what we're gonna focus on after that. I'll check the stats on it. Alright. So, we've got Burning Hands at level 5 now. That's actually good. So now we're up to, we're down to a 4% fail chance on the spell. That's acceptable. We're doing 28 heat and a 50-degree arc, range 4. That's going to allow us to get quite a few bad guys in there for 150 mana. So the efficiency is getting pretty good. Hey there, Homeless Dave 69. Welcome to the channel. Alright. Like I said, I'm going to wait for Fireball to get fixed before I invest too much more time into it. Pure Light, we're already at 10 healing. That is enough to take care of emergency healing when I start to get a particular limb pretty low. Pretty expensive though, so raising that would be pretty good. It only goes to max level of 10. Magic Missile is also a pretty efficient hitter when you get leveled up a bit. It goes all the way to 15. Good old Phase Door. I'm already at range 4, variance 3. Increasing this, all it's going to do is increase the variance up until it's 4/4. 4 variance, 4 range. I just don't see the benefit. I'm at a 4% failure chance. It's only going to take 1 round on the extremely odd time that I might cast this and need it. 4% is perfectly acceptable to me. I don't see me raising this again. I just don't see the benefit. Lowering the fail chance even further, or micro corrections to the variance to get it to from 3 to 4 just isn't going to really do me any good. So I think this one's in lock position. Point Flare we've been doing pretty well with. I think it's down to either Point Flare or Magic Missile. I think we're going to stick with Point Flare for now. Yeah, but what does variance do? Tell me what variance does. As soon as I can get an explanation for what the variance actually does. What do you mean accurate? It's random. How can you be accurate with a random destination? What the hell does accurate mean? I don't get to pick where I teleport. It's random. So what does variance mean in a random? I mean, does it mean I can sometimes go 7 spaces away instead of 4 spaces? I don't know what it means. Is the variance the distance variable? And does it go both ways? Could I teleport 0 spaces instead of 4 spaces? I don't know. I don't want to see the word accuracy anymore. There's no accuracy. I can't pick a destination. Stop using accuracy. You can't have accuracy when you can't pick your point of aim. Okay, let's do Point Flare. I think I'm going to keep leveling up Point Flare. It still freaks me out that it takes 3 turns, but 75 mana. Whoa, wait. Why does it show mana in blue there? Do all of them do that? Oops. Oh, I guess all of them do that. All right. Yeah, 75 mana for 36 heat, so that's half again as much mana as a Magic Missile. So Magic Missile for equivalent mana would only be doing, what, 13.5, 14 damage? And this is doing 3 times that, nearly. 2.5 times. So for efficiency, the big benefit here is that this could spam out a lot faster. But I want to get the range up as well. It's up to 6 now, which is getting better. So let's do this. Let's do Point Flare. No, I don't want to cast Point Flare. I want to learn Point Flare. Okay. Zombie child in my face. All right, that was a quick and easy level because we've used it a bunch. And again, Point Flare. This level will probably take a bit. Alright. Hey there, zombie child. Did you make the noise on my vehicle? How about we point flare you? Now it's... Oh, nope. Didn't get a chance to move. That's what I like to see. One shot down. 40 damage. I'd like to get it to a point where I can reliably one-shot some of the early zombies. We're only halfway there damage-wise. So, we're at 40 heat after that last one. Range 6 still. And we haven't finished this particular level up. Alright, our weight is back to normal. We'll probably tip back over to overweight if I eat, but our stomach's getting kind of empty. So let's have... Oh, a chocolate bar, a Toastum, a fruit leather, and some nuts. How much water do I have? I don't have a lot of water sitting around either. I only got 12 clean water left. So let's take care of that problem here pretty quick too. Alright, what time is it? We're going to lose the sun here pretty quick. See if we can get a little more training in. There we got it. Alright, so point flare, and we got an extra point of range. So we're getting 4 points of damage per level, and we just got to tick up on the range, which is helpful. Alright, so 75 mana for 44 heat. I like it. I like it. I think I'm going to keep pushing that. Maybe level 10. I'm going to focus on this one until I get to 10, so we'll do probably one more night of that. Now the problem I have is I don't have a good long light source. Well, at the rate flashlights are lasting, maybe we can get some learning in with a flashlight in the back seat here. Yeah, let's see what happens. Get a few more, a couple more nuts, and another Toastum. And a maple syrup candy. Alright, let's see how long this flashlight lasts. Actually, let's do this. 286. 286. 286. Alright, let's give it a try. Should have watched the clock to see what time I was at before I started that. It didn't seem too bad either way. 286. Oh, just about flattened it. So took almost a full 300 charge battery. So yeah, that's not the best. It can, but it'll burn the battery just as well. I've got a lantern somewhere. Man, it's dark back here. Can't see nothing. Take off light amp goggles. Love it how I go completely blind and can't even see my own body. Alright. Should have a lamp. We're out of charge for the lamp. Alright. Can't do that either. Let's see. I don't know how many batteries I've got laying around. I got one more disposable. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll at least get us through to the morning time, I think. It'll be close. Oh, yeah. Activate. Can we get it to 9? Hey, Zambi. Alright. Look, flare. I like it. I need to check their hit points before I fry them so I get a good idea of how much damage I'm doing. I don't know their default hit points, really. So I actually have to kind of start paying attention to that. I don't need any of that stuff. Did I pulp this? Not sure I did. And we're just about dead on the flashlight again. It's also going to be sun up here pretty quick. Wait, 30 minutes. Famished and thirsty. Remember my filter, please. Candy. Fruit leather, fruit leather. Nuts, nuts, nuts. Alright, weight's good. Still a little thirsty. We'll let things settle before I do anything else there. And point flare. Yeah, that one took a pretty good amount of time. Might take me through to 2 p.m. or so, I think, this next one, if I try to go to level 10. Got it up to 52 heat, though, so I think that's guaranteed, getting pretty close to guaranteed taking down the low-level zombies. I think if I was going to pick another one, it would be Burning Hands. So, point flare. I'm happier to get single target damage because I avoid crowds. I have no need to kill big crowds of zombies. There's no real point to it when I'm still moving around. So it's particular zombies that are dangerous to me. Feral hunters and predators and that kind of stuff. The stuff that's fast and can slash me while I'm trying to maneuver and move. So I think I'm going to keep focusing on the single point damage. I'll work on Burning Hands as my next choice, though. Fireball's off the list for now. Cure Light, I'd like to get a few more levels out of, but I think it's got enough that it to be able to get me out of the emergencies when I need it. And I'll get Magic Missile eventually. It definitely has its use, but I think I'm going to keep focusing on getting at least one of these up really, really high so I can take full advantage of it. Yeah. Alright, so let's hook up more fruit leathers. Everything else is frozen, frozen, frozen. Good thing I got quite a few of these things laying around. Alright, let's go ahead and do one more. Let's see if we can get this thing all the way to 10. I want to sleep. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it to 10 because I want to sleep around 11 or noon. So let's just say noon. Let's say 4 hours. Hopefully we level it up by using it. Oh, never mind. Well, that was hella fast. Why did that go so fast? Oh, again, it didn't actually level me. I don't know what point that it hit there. It didn't go 4 hours. Oh, it did the 2-hour thing again. Yeah, alright. Hey, Korg, it's still happening. I picked study for 4 hours, but it only studies half the amount of time. He knows about that. We'll just pick 4 hours again. Alright, how far did we get? We're at... Yeah, we need a lot. We still need 2628. We made 1400 out of that 2-hour study, so I need about 4 more hours of study. And we'll be able to get that to level 10. So we'll just have to live with it right there. I gotta get to sleep. Alright. I don't have, really? Really? I don't have a blindfold yet? How many bandages do I have on me? 4 more? That's enough. Alright. Close that. There, blindfold. Okay, we're sleeping during the day. That always goes well. Take off. Blindfold. Oops. Come on. $26.28. Ah, nope. Can't cast it at a target. It sees the target. It targets the target, but I can't actually cast at the target. I was hoping I could want to cheese a bit, but this one actually requires a hostile target, unfortunately. I can't just practice. Alright. I can do Fireball, because that's ground. I can do Burning Hands, hopefully. Yeah, I can do Burning Hands. I can probably do Cure Light, even though I don't need the healing. Let's go ahead and do Burning Hands. So, 21 more times, and I will level up Burning Hands. I'm watching this number right here when it flashes up on the screen. I'm going to run out of mana, I think, before I get there. Yep, out of mana. Oh, picked the wrong spell. Oh, that's because I'm out of mana. Alright, we got most of a level. Now we'll regen that. I gotta remember to do that. I gotta remember to burn my mana supply. Whoops, now of course a zombie shows up. How annoying. I have 1 point flare in me. Come here, zombie. Get up here. Point flare. And I forgot to check his health again. Alright, now we're going to sleep. See how long until somebody comes banging on my door. Isle Light could be. There's no aisle. I don't know if there are in the back or not. I need to preferably put a door right here with an opaque door so I can still kind of seal the back area. That would be my ideal. Well, there's a whole bunch of things I would do to this to make it ideal, but a few small things. What I don't want to do is put a light out here in the open. Zombies will see that from forever away and come running. Blindfold, please. Alright, so we got our mana back. 10 o'clock, slept a little later, but considering the amount of space we can travel during the day or during evenings and daytime now, it's not that big a deal. Let's see. We're gonna need a good amount of food this time. The candies, toast them, and we better keep hitting the fruit leathers and the cashews and all that stuff. Alright, and I'm going to have to make a focus of getting some water. Let's wait 30 minutes. Alright, now that our belly has settled out, we're still very hungry, are we? Alright, that's fine. I figured it would be something like that. Let's wait a little longer. Man, tummy. Gonna make me overweight again here pretty quick. I think I'm just gonna go with where we're at. Not gonna worry about that. Okay, throw on the goggles. Make me invisible. I can't see me, so they can't see me, right? That's the way it works. They can't hit me. What else do I want to do? Well, first, what's the plan? I think we'll drive back up to where we did last time. We made a few markers. We've got a sniper rifle sitting on the ground right here. Apparently a giant naked mole rat just out of nowhere. Never seen him before. Not my fault. Went rampaging up the street here and killed a soldier zombie, dropped a sniper rifle. I didn't have enough room or weight to bring it back last time. And then over here we've got an engine crane and a stupid number of acetylene torches and welding tanks. So they're still going to be stupid hard to move without shuffling them straight into a vehicle. So I need to go up there and kind of scout out the area, decide if I'm going to make multiple trips back and forth, or try to bring the vehicle up closer, or what. We know there is or was a pristine condition excavator right here at the construction site. We saw it, we touched it, and then we ran away. Almost unsuccessfully. And then I've got the 2 bookstores right there. Depending on how things go, we'll then make some decisions. We got another garage right there I'd like to take a peek at. There's a mill surplus store right there. There's a gun store with a possible magic wand right there. And then another gun store. Possible pristine jewelry or security van outside the jewelry store. That is a possibility. Is a completely green security van. Another mill surplus, working our way down, and then we have the bookstore and the recycle center. It's a bit of a long trip. We might be able to do it. But I want to sort out these other things first. So I'm not going to carry anything else with me. We're at 52 weight. So much weight. I'm going to need the backpack. I need the rollerblades. Oops, I don't need things like the extra first aid kits. Don't need the spell books while we're out. Alright. What's that get us to? 44, so 55 weight available and 11 volume unless I throw on the other backpack. Until they rip stuff off of me. Good enough, I think. Oh yeah. Gonna drive back around. Go, fire truck. Go. Alright, do we drive the truck up closer? I think we do. Fresh zombie corpse. What's out here killing zombies? Alright, well, that got us way up close. Yeah, I think if I can park right off the end of this sidewalk, I consider it a good spot. Okay, we're gonna take off sneakers, wear the rollerblades. I'm gonna assume we're gonna stay on the flat ground, so I'm gonna leave the sneakers to free up more space. Temporarily, at least. Take a good look around. We got some zombies. Yeah, that's too many and that's too close. Alright, you are full strength. Let's see what point flare does. Excuse me? Point flare. Ignore. Alright, I'll be pretty happy for one shot, one kill on that kind of stuff. It's getting a little more inconvenient. I don't want to burn all my mana this early in the evening. Arg. I think I might just grab what I want and then move. See if there's any chance I can get closer to the backside of this garage in the vehicle and then shuttle at least a couple of welding or acetylene torches and some welding tanks out of there. I'd rather not blow all my mana trying to kill a group like that for now. Really? Lots of shotgun ammo for some reason? I need a camera, crowbar, lots of batteries, magic markers. Can't grab most of that. Take the battery from the MP3 player. Oh, Kevlar. A lot of corpses sitting here that haven't been pulped yet. These things are all going to stand up here without too much more time going by. Ooh, morphine. It's the best. More shelled nuts. Look at all these corpses. Yeah, I definitely can't park my truck to where it's at currently. That would be bad. Let's get up to where that gun was. Yeah, it's right up here. Hey there, mole rat. Alright, where is it? Right there. That and smoke grenades. No thanks. Smoke grenades. Another good battery. Another big pile of zombie bodies. Sure, I guess I'll grab them all. What else? I think that's all I care about for now. Hey there, other crowd of zombies. Alright, let's move the vehicle first. Keep the vehicle safe. That is the most important thing. I haven't actually moved over this way yet, so there's no minefields out in places like this anymore. But I don't know where the zombies are at either. Alright, so there's the garage. What are the chances we're going to get to park this thing up close? And then get out of here. And there's a zombie. And another zombie.